Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Wayne's World of Science and Technology. Today we're going to do a little bit of music because one of the greats passed away on November the 29th, Leslie Fish. She was an incredible singer, songwriter, and she had some songs that were absolutely fantastic. So, in a celebration of her life, first, let's take on Black Powder and Alcohol.
Black powder and alcohol, when the states and the cities fall, when your back is against the wall. Black powder and alcohol. Give me charcoal to the measure two. Send the bullet where you want it to. Give me sulfur to the measure three. Make that powder gonna keep you free. Give me saltpeter, measure 15. Sweetest shooting that you've ever seen. Black powder and alcohol, when the states and the cities fall. When your back is against the wall. Black powder and alcohol. Give me water, yeast, and veggie trash. Leave it sitting in the slurry mash. When it's ready, put it in the still. If you can't heat it, then the sunlight will. Draw the alcohol away, and then you put the slurry back and start again. Black powder and alcohol, when the states and the cities fall. When your back is against the wall. Black powder and alcohol. Cuts or run your car. You can make it anywhere you are. Black powder in your cartridge shell. We'll send the robbers running clean to hell. You can make them if you just know how. So kids, remember what I'm telling you now. Black powder and alcohol, when the states and the cities fall. When your back is against the wall. Black powder and alcohol. Again, black powder and alcohol, when the states and the cities fall. When your back is against the wall. Black powder and alcohol. Yeah!
That's our Leslie. She's always got to get her guns in there somehow. Now, let's go to another one that's rather unusual and will probably confuse most of you. At the end of this, I want you to tell me exactly what was it that got in through the airlock.
Our ear tufts are gleaming with rings of bright gold. Our dress is as rich as the goods in our hold. Yet we pause on the ramp for a moment in shock to see the strange creature that bolts from the dock. It dodges our claws and leaps straight through the lock, right into the pride of Chanur. We are the pride of Chanur, glossy of eye, fang, and fur. Our fame is unblemished, our ship is the best, for we are the pride of Chanur. Now this is no beast, for it knows where to run, knows when it's trapped, recognizes a gun. Despite signs of hunger and cuts in its hide, it stands to defy us with true honey pride. Then writes unknown letters in the blood from its side on the deck of the pride of Chanur. We are the pride of Chanur, glossy of eye, fang, and fur. Our fame is unblemished, our ship is the best, for we are the pride of Chanur. Now this is a prize and a mystery to track, and here come the kip thieves demanding it back. Now shall we give over and meekly obey? Once more let the pirates of Kip have their way. They've robbed us before, but they'll not win today. No deal from the pride of Shanur. We are the pride of Shanur, glossy of eye, fang, and fur. Our fame is unblemished, our ship is the best, for we are the pride of Shanur. They've fired on the station, the jump point, and more. They're halting all trade, and they've started a war. Great gods, how enormous the trouble has grown for the sake of one male of a species unknown. Would we have done better to leave him alone? Hell no, not the pride of Shanur. We are the pride of Shanur, glossy of eye, fang, and fur. Our fame is unblemished, our ship is the best, for we are the pride of Shanur. Aye, we are the pride of Shanur.
And now we're going to talk about ghosts. Now, why exactly you'd be talking about Carmen Miranda? Well, let's listen in. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I got myself wrong here. This is Some Kind of Hero, which is even better.
Will you do me a favor, piano man, please? I want you to write me a song. They call me the hero of Antelope's Run, and I've gotta show 'em they're wrong. You see, it all started a week ago in the bar down on Corridor 3. There was nobody there but us regular bums, two losers, the barman and me. Slopping up booze in the north corner booth was the old man they called Captain Jed, 'cause he owned a tramp freighter, the old Antelope, a ship that like him was half dead. Now Molly, they say, was a crack pilot once, a gal with a brilliant career. But then she started doping on Regulus One and finally washed out down here. And me, well, I wanted the Navy bad, but it seems that they didn't want me. So I stopped chasing stars, started sweeping up bars, her bed board and all my drinks free. It was quiet that night with the docks closed down. There was nothing doing for a week. Not a ship was in port but the old Antelope when the red alerts started to shriek. The whole station shook like a hurt living thing. Then the lights dimmed and faded away. Then the gravity went, then the air pumps cut out, and the bartender started to pray. I stole that bilge, head for the Antelope now. Jed's voice cut the dark like a knife. The station reactor's gone critical load, so run to the docks for your life. When we got to the docks, we found waiting out there every soul that had been left alive. They begged with their eyes for poor old Captain Jed to tell 'em all how to survive. Break out the suits, said the captain to them, 'cause it's dark and it's airless and cold. But I swear I can get you all out of here safe, packed into the Antelope's hold. Molly, he asked, can you navigate Aye, she said, who do we have for a crew? The antelope needs only 3 hands, he said, and I think our young friend here will do. The confident look that he flashed at me then made my heart turn over with pride. I never once thought about backing away. I think I would rather have died. 200 alive in the antelope's hold, and the captain and Molly and me. We slammed the lock just as the station blew wide. Jet hit the main jets to get free. Now that kind of G-force is rough on the heart, too much for his ticker to take. So when we came around and we saw how he lay, we knew Captain Jet wouldn't wake. So I took the comm and the engineer boards, and Molly took helm and the nav, with the manuals spread out all over the deck, and her mind for what they didn't have. She worked at that comp like a crazy machine, while her hands shook like grass in the breeze. But her skill was still sharp, and she jumped us 3 times, never minding the shakes and DTs. 3 jumps made clean, only 1 more was left when the ship's alarm started to blast. Her old worn-out seals had come loose in the stress. We were losing our heat and air fast. On the bridge there was only 1 vacuum suit left. Well, they say Lady Luck is stone blind. Heads or tails was the question I started to ask. Then I felt myself hit from behind. When I came to again, I was sealed in the suit. She was belted down tight in her chair, with her hands on the console, a smile on her lips, and the ice on her face and her hair. Here's the instructions to get us all home. I saw she had left on the screen. If any old shipmates should ask after Moll, just tell them she finally died clean. I made the last jump just like she'd told me to, and I brought the ship in like she'd said. They call me a hero now for what I did, but they don't mention Molly and Jed. So write me that song now, piano man, please, and sing it out often and loud, so they all know the story of one kind of hero, the kind that makes everyone proud. 'Cause some kind of heroes are lunkheads like me, who only do things that they're told. And some kind of heroes are out for the glory, they're heroes on purpose and cold. Some become heroes for bravery, sure, and some just because all is lost. But a few are the heroes like Molly and Jed, who give without counting the cost.
Love that song. Anyway, let's go to Sam Jones, which is from the same album.
Now I met Sam Jones on a dockside night in a rundown Viking bar. A kid of maybe 15 years at that purely nowhere star. He had no ship, he had no skills, no name or family, and he looked at me like a thirsty soul at a boundless salty sea. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Captain, take me with you. Captain, I'll work for free. I was spacer born and stranded here. Dockside's not for me. Now that tale sure is an old one. Some stationer unwise had slept up with some spacer love and got herself this prize. For space is wide and good friends are too few. And the kid grows up all restless and dreams of faring free. The stars and the worlds and foreign docks and things he'll never see. A spacer's more than born, I said, he's trained from infancy. And you've grown up station side, boy, you're no use to me. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Well, I saw him take that hope of his and turn his face away. Not give up, no, he'd never quit, just try further down the way. Hey kid, I said, you're stubborn if you work with half that will. Well, our engineer could use a hand, but we've got a berth to fill. For space is wide and good friends are too few. He stood there with that scowling look as if he hadn't heard. And then the tears ran down his face, but he didn't say a word. No, he never was much for talking after we took him on board. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, sir, were all the words that he'd afford. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Now the engineer, Kate Meacham, well, her eyes were going bad. She knew I knew, and that kid I sent drove old Kate raving mad. Out she'd yell, and he'd lie low until old Kate got cool. Then back he'd go, and he'd do the scut, while Kate would call him a fool. For space is wide, and good friends are too few. In time, Kate's eyes got much worse, and every crewman knew. But Kate herself, well, her heart would stop on the day she left the crew. That close-mouthed kid would never talk, he just covered Kate's mistakes. Kate, he'd say, check the number 4, or Kate, that's 9.8. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Now we made our rounds of the ports we used from Halley's to Almar. And one jump, all of our luck ran out at a little K-class star. We hit a rock, a vane went down, the ship went kiting through. No way to stop, and no damn thing that a rescue ship could do. For space is wide and good friends are too few. It's the number 3 bar, Kate Meacham said, that's broken on that vane. I'll send a man up, I said then, first hope I'd entertained. No way, said Kate, it's outside work, we can't fix that from here. And to pull that thing with a high-V charge is a job for the engineer. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Now we rode in dust at 3/4 sea with our shields all down and null. Kate, I said, it's hell out there, dust is chewing up our hull. It'll chew a hard suit faster still, 10 minutes is all you'll last. Die an hour later, old Kate said, I'll just work a little fast. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Well, old Kate put that hard suit on, she went out in the driving hail of a high-V gas that scoured our hull with a shriek like a banshee wail. Her voice came back so thin and weak that we could hardly hear. I'm on it now, I'm at the vane, I've got the cover clear. For space is wide and good friends are too few. And silence then, a long, long while, all drowned in static hiss. Damn this thing, my faceplate's fogged, my sight's gone all to mist. Kate, I said, get back inside, someone else will go. But then I heard the aft lock work 2 levels down below. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Steady, Kate, said the kid's low voice, then while the minutes ran. Easy, Kate, my suit's brand new, keep low as ever you can. I'll find the pins, you tell me how, and I'll get this bastard free. Kate's voice then, we listened hard, caught about 1 word in 3. For space is wide and good friends are too few. 10 minutes gone, we heard Kate say, then we heard the kid's hard breath. I got her, shove the other in, hold on for life and death. Said the kid, my arm's going numb. Oh, that's it, now there, Kate, she's in. Get inside fast, get out of here. He went to static then. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Boy, hang on, we heard Kate say, then we heard Kate Meacham swear. And quiet then, just a static hiss and the stillness in the air. 10 minutes more, power up, I said, for we heard no sound back there. It was my hand to shove the lever home, and the power surged and flared. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Our speed ebbed down and ebbed again as we turned for that Cape-class sun. But Kate and the kid went on together on the trip they'd both begun. Oh, half-blind Kate and young Sam Jones made a hell of an engineer. So turn down a glass for such as they, and thank God we're sitting here. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Yes, space is wide and good friends are too few.
Rather sad song. Anyways, I forgot. At the end of Pride of Shinar, I was supposed to tell you what it was that got into their airlock. It was a human. Anyways, it's now time for It's Sister Jenny's turn to... Oh, no, sorry. It's rambling this time. Sorry. This is what I wanted to play first. I wanted Sister Jenny's turn to throw the bomb go first. Yeah.
In an anarchistic garret, so dingy and so mean, smell the pungent odor of nitroglycerine. From the piles of pipe and powder and pamphlets to the sky, bids the dust and dirty laundry, you can hear this mournful cry. Oh, it's Sister Jenny's turn to throw the bomb, throw the bomb. God knows what's become of Brother Tom. Brother Tom. Mama's aim is bad, and the cops, they all know Dad, so it's Sister Jenny's turn to throw the bomb. Throw the bomb. There are knives and guns and daggers scattered on the front room floor. Look behind the sofa, you'll find 24 more. But Cousin Mac's in prison, and Grandpa is long dead, and Uncle Jim has left us to become a Frisco Red. So it's Sister Jenny's turn to throw the bomb. Throw the bomb. God knows what's become of Brother Tom. Brother Tom. Mama's aim is bad, and the cops, they all know Dad, so it's Sister Jenny's turn to throw the bomb. Throw the bomb. In the hall you'll find the baby teething on some dynamite. Try and get it from her, and you'll find you're in a fight. But she's too young to do it, and Mama's baking bread, and Uncle Jake is chipping and he's flipping out his head. So it's Sister Jenny's turn to throw the bomb. Throw the bomb. God knows what's become of Brother Tom. Brother Tom. Mama's aim is bad, and the cops, they all know Dad, so it's Sister Jenny's turn to throw the bomb. Throw the bomb. Tabby kitten sitting purring by the door, and lying in the bed there's a smiling saboteur. But a cat's no good at bombing, and none of us is sure that that smiling sleeping freak is not a big provocateur. So it's Sister Jenny's turn to throw the bomb. Throw the bomb. God knows what's become of Brother Tom. Brother Tom. Mama's aim is bad, and the cops, they all know Dad, so it's Sister Jenny's turn to throw the bomb. Throw the bomb.
Okay, now we'll do rambling, because it's a good follow-up to that one.
For all the ills that plague mankind, there is a certain cure. For neighbors rude and rowdy, and for freaks sublime and pure. For holier than thous and nasty children by the score, there is one man who shows the way salvation is in store. So let us go a-ramboing among the live grenades.
Yes, let us go a-ramboing, all lively ewes and nays, with an Uzi in the left hand and a machete in the right. Oh, let us go a-ramboing out on the town tonight. Your boss is full of fertilizer, but he's still the boss. You therefore labor mightily to his gain and your loss. He hassles and torments you, nags and plagues you day and night. Take heart, O pilgrim, there is hope, redemption is in sight. So let us go a-ramboing among the live grenades. Yes, let us go a-ramboing, all lively ewes and nays, with an Uzi in the left hand and a machete in the right. Oh, let us go a-ramboing out on the town tonight. And as for politicians, well, need any more be said? Their fingers all are in the till, their skulls are made of lead. You'll never vote the bastards out, for guess who runs the game? And no use yelling for the law, the cops are just the same. So let us go a-ramboing among the live grenades. Yes, let us go a-ramboing, all lively ewes and nays, with an Uzi in the left hand and a machete in the right. Oh, let us go a-ramboing out on the town tonight. Your neighbor mows his lawn at 3 a.m. on Sunday morn, and thanks to him you often wish that you were never born, especially when after hours and one too many brews, he alternates Miss Dolly P with polka tunes and blues. So let us go a-ramboing among the live grenades. Yes, let us go a-ramboing, all lively ewes and nays, with an Uzi in the left hand and a machete in the right. Oh, let us go a-ramboing out on the town tonight. Your neighbor's children play their wars at most unholy hours, and recreate Guadalcanal among your shrubs and flowers. They decorate your trees with tissue normally found on rolls, and excavate your driveway like so many little moles. So let us go a-ramboing among the live grenades. Yes, let us go a-ramboing, all lively ewes and nays, with an Uzi in the left hand and a machete in the right. Oh, let us go a-ramboing out on the town tonight. Your other neighbor has been saved and wants to save you too. He'll gladly tell you endlessly exactly what to do. Just put your soul into his hands, you'll go and sin no more. Don't drink or smoke or anything, but be like him, a bore. So let us go a-ramboing among the live grenades. Yes, let us go a-ramboing, all lively ewes and nays, with an Uzi in the left hand and a machete in the right. Oh, let us go a-ramboing out on the town tonight. Sweet, polite persuasion here will bring you no relief, for those who yield to reason aren't the kind that cause you grief. So when you've had it up to here and fear you'll grow unhinged, it's no more Mr. Nice Guy, let's go out and get revenge. Aye, let us go a-ramboing among the live grenades. Yes, let us go a-ramboing, all lively ewes and nays, with an Uzi in the left hand and a machete in the right. Oh, let us go a-ramboing out on the town tonight. Yes, there is a solution to the grafter, boor, and prude, the idiot who bosses you, the neighbor brute and rude. Just take up arms against a sea of troubles, toil, and fuss. What's good enough for the new John Wayne is good enough for us. So let us go a-ramboing among the live grenades. Yes, let us go a-ramboing, all lively ewes and nays, with an Uzi in the left hand and machete in the right. Oh, let us go a-ramboing out on the town tonight, out on the town tonight.
And now, rhododendron honey.
What do we do for our freedom? Oh, what do we do for our corn? Our big boss Jones and his bully boys came here last Sunday morn. He marched them into the village square and grabbed everybody in sight, and made a big speech about how he'd come to set this country right. He said that he'd come to save us all from living in anarchy. He'd give us a government laws again the way it used to be. He swore he'd make this country great like it was before the war. And all that he wanted was half our crops like Texas were before. When he was finished, he took his boys and went to the meeting hall. They chased out everybody left inside and moved in one and all. So we strolled over to the teacher's house and held town meeting there to talk about what we were gonna do, just how and when and where. Early next morning, the old folks come all smiling to beat the band. They told Boss Jones they were glad he's here and they're proud to shake his hand. They fawned on him and his bully boys and they flattered him left and right and promised a big feast in their honor in the meeting hall that night. That evening, everyone in town showed up, all bringing food and beer. Boss Jones, he sat at the head of the table, and all his boys sat near. Oh, they ate and drank, and they bragged no end about what they were gonna do, while they scarfed up rhododendron, honey, and amanita stew. Now, we'd been careful of what we ate, so we didn't take no harm. But the boss and his bully boys all keeled over while the coffee still was warm. We dragged them out to the old mine shaft that was dug before the war and dropped them down there with all the others who'd tried that trick before. Yes, we remember the world that it was and the way that it used to be. And we'd just rather be left alone, we're used to being free. Don't want no more of laws or bosses, don't want no government here. I hope they don't come again too soon. They've tried 3 times this year.
I always get a laugh out of that song. Anyway, Walk Through the Night Side.
Empty street of beads of light, none spell safety in my sight. Lend me a knife, lend me a life, so I can make it home tonight. Walk through the night side, walk like a beast, stalk like a caveman, start rock bottom, changes least. Stalking down the silent stone, distance keep me safe alone, with a ready grip on a scrap iron strip, sure as a club of bison bone. Walk through the night side, walk like a beast, stalk like a caveman, start rock bottom, changes least. City jungle, yes it's true, that's what cops and robbers do. Try to get free, that's how to be strong enough to walk it through. Walk through the night side, walk like a beast, stalk like a caveman, start rock bottom, changes least. So come on, junkie, rapist, crook, stop and take another look. I'm still alive and mean to survive, it's all down in Darwin's book. Walk through the night side, walk like a beast, stalk like a caveman, start rock bottom, changes least. Start rock bottom, changes least.
You know, I just happened to notice I actually have that song in there twice, so we'll skip that one and we'll go to Fire in the Sky.
Prometheus, they say, brought God's fire down to man, and we've caught it, tamed it, trained it since our history began. Now we're going back to heaven to look him in the eye, and there's thunder across the land and a fire in the sky. Gagarin was the first back in 1961, when like Icarus, undaunted, he climbed to reach the sun. And he knew he might not make it, for it's never hard to die, but he lifted off the pad and rode that fire in the sky. Yet a higher goal was calling, and we vowed to reach it soon, and we gave ourselves a decade to put fire on the moon. And Apollo told the world we can do it if we try, for there's one small step and there's fire in the sky. Now 2 decades since Gagarin, 20 years to the day, we've a shuttle named Columbia to open up the way. Though they say she's just a truck, she's a truck that's aiming high. See the big jets burn, see her fire in the sky. But the gods do not give lightly, as power they have made, and with Challenger and 7, once again the price was paid. For a nation watched her falling, and all the world could cry, as they passed on to glory, riding fire in the sky. Now the rest is up to us, there's a future to be won. We must turn our faces outward, we will do what must be done. For no cradle lasts forever, every bird must learn to fly. And we're going to the stars, see our fire in the sky. Yes, we're going to the stars, see our fire in the sky.
From Fire in the Sky, we'll go to Maziani, which is a tale of not the Third World War, but the First Interstellar War, and backstabbing, and although they're nice things like that.
We fought your fight and we died in droves, in a rear guard action with no reward. We spilled our guts to cover your butts, spending ships and lives we could ill afford. And now Earthside says we can't win. Hell, we could have won if we'd got support. Now they say pull back, now they say pull out. They say the war is over, mission abort. But they're not here and they don't care. Our dead are just numbers on a page, for they only see how the money rolls out, and that war is a costly thing to wage. So the Union sneers and Union laughs, and the merchanters turn and run away. And the stations where we fought and died, if they could, would throw us out of their bays. Give up, give in, says Earthside now. You merchanters sing the same refrain, but we won't stand this kind of defeat. And knowing our people died in vain, it was our blood spilled on the stars. Do you think you can deal it all away? Well, you merchant hogs, better think again. Mazian will make the Union pay. deny our fight, you deny our due. Well, we can learn from every mistake. You'll repay what we spent in blood. What you won't give us freely, we'll take. We'll contest each star Union wants. This is war, not some bureaucrat's game. So we hear you're calling us pirates now. Then screw you all, we'll earn the motherless name.
Leslie also happens to be used to be a big fan of Rudyard Kipling.
Gold is for the mistress, silver for the maid, copper for the craftsman, cunning at his trade. Good, said the Baron, sitting in his hall, but iron, cold iron is the master of them all. So he made rebellion against the king, his liege, camped before his citadel and summoned it to siege. Nay, said the cannoneer on the castle wall, but iron, cold iron shall be master of you all. Woe for the Baron and his knights so strong, when the cruel cannonballs laid him all along. He was taken prisoner, he was cast in thrall, and iron, cold iron was the master over all. Yet his king spake kindly, ah, how kind a lord! What if I release thee now and give thee back thy sword? Nay, said the Baron, mock not at my fall, for iron, cold iron is the master of men all. Tears are for the craven, prayers are for the clown, altars for the silly necks that cannot keep a crown. As my loss is grievous, so my hope is small, for iron, cold iron is the master of men all. Yet his king made answer, few such kings there be. Here is bread and here is wine, now sit and sup with me. Eat and drink in Mary's name, while I do recall how iron, cold iron can be master of men all. He took the wine and blessed it, he blessed and broke the bread. With his own hands he served them, and presently he said, see these hands, they pierced with nails outside my city wall. Show iron, cold iron to be master of men all. Wounds are for the desperate, blows are for the strong, balm and oil for weary hearts, all cut and bruised with wrong. I forgive thy treason, I redeem thy fall, for iron, cold iron must be master of men all. Crowns are for the valiant, scepters for the bold, thrones and powers for mighty men who dare to take and hold. Nay, said the Baron, kneeling in his hall, but iron, cold iron is the master of men all.
And next on the list, The Undertaker's Horse.
The eldest son bestrides him, and the pretty daughter rides him, and I often meet him mornings on the course. And there kindles in my bosom an emotion chill and gruesome as I canter past the Undertaker's horse. Neither shy is he nor is restive, but hideously suggestive, trot professional and placid he affects. And the cadence of his hoof beats to my mind this grim reproof beats. Mend your pace, my friend, I'm coming, who's the next? A stud bred of ill omen, I've watched the strongest go, men of pith and might and muscle at your heels. Down the plantain-bordered highway, heaven send it never be my way, in a lacquered box of jet upon dark wheels. Answer, somber beast and dreary, where is Brown, the young and cheery, Smith, the pride of all his friends and half the force? You were at that last dread stalk, we must cover at a walk, bring them back to me, oh Undertaker's horse. With your mane unhogged and flowing, and your curious way of going, and that business-like black crimping of your tail. Even with beauty on your back, sir, pacing as a lady's hack, sir, what a wonder when I see you I turn pale. It may be you wait your time, beast, till I write my last bad rhyme, beast. Quit the sunlight, quit the rhyming, drop the glass. Follow after with the others, where some dusky heathen smothers us with marigolds in place of English grass. Or perchance in years to follow, I will watch your plump sides hollow, see Carnifex gone lame become a corpse, see old age at last o'erpower you, and the station pack devour you. I'll chuckle then, no Undertaker's horse. But to insult, jibe, and jest, I've still the hideously suggestive trot that hammers out the unrelenting text. And I hear it hard behind me in whatever place I find me, sure to catch you soon or later, who's the next? Sure to catch you soon or later, who's the next?
And then, of course, there's one of Kipling's best poems. Oops, hang on. This thing's decided to loop. Okay, we got that over. Let's go to this one, the Danegeld. Now, this is something a lot of world leaders would be good for them to remember in these troubled times.
It is always a temptation to an armed and agile nation to call upon a neighbor and to say, we invaded you last night, we are quite prepared to fight, unless you pay us cash to go away. And that is called asking for Danegeld, and the people who ask it explain that you've only to pay 'em the Danegeld, and then you'll get rid of the Dane. It is always a temptation to a rich and lazy nation to puff and look important and to say, though we know we should defeat you, we have not the time to meet you, we will therefore pay you cash to go away. And that is called paying the Danegeld, but we've proved it again and again, that if you've once paid him the Danegeld, you never get rid of the Dane. It is wrong to put temptation in the path of any nation, for fear they should succumb and go astray. So when you are requested to pay up or be molested, you'll find it better policy to say, we never pay anyone Danegeld, no matter how trifling the cost. For the end of that game is oppression and shame, and the nation that plays it is lost, 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 lost. The nation that plays it is lost.
I'm actually running on really short on time because a couple of things that, just popped up on my screen. So let's finish it off with one banger of a song, which probably does match Shore Leave, I think.
When we pulled into our port in need of R&R, we set out investigating every joint and bar. We had high expectations of their hospitality, but found too late it wasn't geared for spacers such as we. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent the jolly Shore Leave there for just 3 days or 4, but Margot doesn't want us anymore. The captain's tastes were simple, but his methods were complex. We found him with 5 partners, each of a different world and sex. The shore police were on the way, we had no second chance. We beamed him up in the nick of time and the remnants of his pants. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly Shore Leave there for just 3 days or 4, but Margot doesn't want us anymore. Our engineer would yield to none at putting down the roof. He outdrank 7 space marines and a demolition crew. The navigator didn't win, but he outdrank almost all. And now they've got a shuttlecraft on the roof of City Hall. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly Shore Leave there for just 3 days or 4, but Margot doesn't want us anymore. Proper full first officer was drugged with something green and hauled into an alley where he suffered things obscene. He sobered up in sick bay and he's none the worse for wear, except he somehow taught the bridge computer how to swear. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly Shore Leave there for just 3 days or 4, but Margot doesn't want us anymore. The head nurse disappeared a while in the major dope bazaar, buying an odd green potion guaranteed to cause bonfire. She came home with no uniform and an oddly cheerful heart, and a painful way of walking with her feet a yard apart. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly Shore Leave there for just 3 days or 4, but Margot doesn't want us anymore. Our Lady of Communications won a ship-wide bet by getting into the planet's main communications net. Now every time someone calls up on Largo telescreen, the flesh is there, but the clothes they wear are nowhere to be seen. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly Shore Leave there for just 3 days or 4, but Margot doesn't want us anymore. Our doctor loves humanity, his private life is quiet. The shore police arrested him for inciting the forest riot. They found him in the city jail, locked on and deemed him free, intact except for hickeys and 6 kinds of ED. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly Shore Leave there for just 3 days or 4, but Margot doesn't want us anymore. Our helmsman loves exotic plants, and the plants all love him too. He took some down on leave with him, and we wondered what they do. Till the plant landed and nobody seemed to care. They stomped into the nearest bar to announce that they were there. Half our crew was busy therein and invited them to play, but the pirates only looked at us and turned and ran away. And we're banned from Margot, everyone, banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent jolly surely there for just 3 days or more, but Margot doesn't want us anymore. Our crew is Starfleet's finest and our record is our pride. And when we play we tend to leave a trail a mile wide. We're sorry about the wreckage and the riots and the fuss. At least we're sure that planet won't be quick for getting us. And we're banned from Margot, everyone, banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly surely there for just 3 days or more, but Margot doesn't want us anymore. Wonder why.
Anyway, I've just been told by somebody else that I really do have to run because he says he wants to go for a walk. Yes, Loki, I see you. Anyway, have a good evening, folks, and please remember Leslie. She was a great performer, and we're going to miss her.